Well, hello everybody. I am in the pantry today because it is time for our next installment of spring cleaning. I'm going to be working in the pantry today. I'm going to take everything out, wipe everything down, purge all of the old expired food because I'm sure we have some, and put everything back, but I'm going to try to reorganize it. This is one of probably the most used spaces in our house because every single person comes in here. We store a lot of stuff in here, and I feel like we have a system. It's mostly followed, but not exactly precisely followed every single time we put stuff in here, and so sometimes it just feels a little chaotic. And I think it's one of those things that just has to be maintained every now and then. And I know that there are some things in here like the shelf liners, because we have the wire shelves, but some of them, like this one behind me, or behind you, this one has a liner. It's gross. I know the one above it is also gross. So, I think I'm ready to get started. I didn't do this yesterday. Today is Tuesday, and I had intended to do this yesterday on Monday, and yesterday for me was just a bad day. Just a bad mental health day. Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but I'm gonna work in here today. I'm actually looking forward to it because this is one of those things I actually like doing. I actually like organizing the pantry. I know it's gonna be a lot of work taking everything out, wiping everything down, putting everything back. Like, the taking out and putting back is gonna be the hard work. But I'm actually looking forward to it, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. You guys are gonna get to watch me work in fast forward. Alright, it's 11:32. I started this at 10 o'clock this morning, and we're mostly empty. I have decided that the stuff on the top, I'm gonna leave because the top shelves, they're honestly not that dirty, and I quite frankly could not possibly care less about the top shelves. I've moved some things around a little bit. We're gonna maybe rearrange some things like up here. I'm thinking extra, like, food storage containers could go there. We'll figure out what to do with those bowls later. But I need a break from going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth because I'm just tired of the back and forth. Some of this stuff I would like to maybe talk to Mom.
Hi! We're gonna go potty.
I would just like, well, the dog's gonna go potty. She's not gonna pee in the yard. But some of the stuff I think we might be able to get rid of. Like that, I think maybe we could get rid of, and maybe the thing underneath it. We've had them forever. We've never used, well, we've not used them in a really long time. This maybe, like the veggie tray that like travels. I think those boxes are old bottles that we had for Kahlua and Amaretto. So we might be able to put those somewhere else where we will actually remember to use them. We bought this roasting pan to replace the one in the box, and yet we still have the one in the box. I'd like to get rid of that if we can. We had our commercial immersion blender here, And I'm actually gonna mount that on the wall because it came with a hook that you can mount on the wall. So basically it goes through like that and you can mount it on the wall, which is nice. But I am not gonna trust these with that. So I need to make a trip to Lowe's, but I need to make a trip to Lowe's anyway because Mom was like, just buy new shelf liners for the pantry. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. They've been there a couple of years.
Well, and I might buy more for like
kind of in sort of rough shape.
This shelf, maybe. But yeah, she's right. They're in bad shape. Like they're broken in a few places and icky, sticky, dirty. I don't know. So I'm taking a little bit of a break. Kind of pooping out a little bit just because it took me, I think, an hour and a half to get this stuff out of it. And for part of that, I did have a little bit of help.
1 minute?
Well, Mom helped a little.
Tiny.
That's more help than I had before or after. So anyway, I think I'm getting ready to go to the store. Can you think of anything else?
No.
Me neither. Okay. But what do you think about getting rid of the cupcake thing?
We don't ever use it.
And the thing underneath it?
We don't ever use that.
And then this white plastic thing?
Yeah.
You think we can get rid of those?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And then what about the roasting pan that we bought the replacement for, and yet we still have the one roasting pan? Do you think we can get rid of the one that we bought?
I'm not ready yet.
Okay. How about any of those enormous soup pots at the top?
I'm not ready yet.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's enough to start with.
Now, if you want to get that box down, I can't remember what's in those two. Those might be
Kahlua and Amaretto
bottles. But if you would get that sundry dry box down for me, I
Okay.
would like that.
Okay. Yeah, I can get that down for you.
Okay.
That's gone. That's gonna go away. I feel like I moved that there because that's where the immersion blender was, and the immersion blender is gonna mount on this wall, probably somewhere in that general area. I'm thinking we can kind of reorganize a little bit, like those bowls might go back in this corner over here, or maybe the cutting boards and those big bowls will go over here in this corner, and maybe these bowls will go over here. But I think I'm gonna think on it. But I feel better a little bit. But still, I remain convinced I'm not gonna take every single thing out of this pantry just because I simply can't be bothered to get up and down the ladder anymore. I'm tired. I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm not gonna. But this is a good place for me to stop. I'm gonna measure the shelves that I want the new shelf liner for because, I mean, honestly, ew, yuck. But I think I want it to go all the way around, at least on this shelf. I don't know that we need it to go all the way around on this shelf, but it might be nice just because it'll keep it from getting like dirty. So maybe I'll do that twice. Do that, like go all the way around. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. But also, look, like, why is that so gross? What do we do in here? We store food in here. It's not like we cook in here. I can't figure it out. I simply don't understand. But everything is out of the pantry. We've got stuff everywhere. This is going to be mounted. We've got food over here. We've got crock pots and food appliances over here. And that's not all. Because then we have stuff on this. And that's what this table looks like. I know we're lucky because we have this much food. We just have like so many jars of olives and pickles. Honestly, it's crazy. And so many coffee syrups. Anyway, I'm done complaining, but I'm gonna take this stuff to the donation center, take this out and put it in the recycle bin. We've got another box that needs to go to the donation center. And then I'm gonna head to Lowe's. All right, it's later, 2:13. Take my word for it, it's blurry. But I'm back from Lowe's. I also went to the grocery store because, believe it or not, we actually needed a couple of things. Not a lot, actually. Very cheap trip. But at Lowe's, I got some shelf liner. I got 5 of them. I figure what we don't use I can take back. But it's 8 feet by 16 inches, and this is the same, thank goodness. Okay, so I measured before I left. This is 8 feet. So 1, 2 will go right there. This I think is 5 feet from that to that corner, and then this is 6 feet. So 6, 6, 5, 5. One of them will have to be pieces. So hopefully it works. We'll see. Anyway, I had a little snack for lunch. I also got these at Lowe's. They're supposed to hold 46 pounds. There's no way this thing weighs 46 pounds. It's heavy, but I don't think it weighs 46 pounds because it doesn't weigh as much as the 38-pound cat litter that I just carried up the stairs. So they're not the same, but the point is they will hold this up. I had a snack. I had some cheese. So I need to do something with the cutting board that I use, but oh my goodness. Cheese, like Pecorino Romano cheese, especially as a snack, underrated. So now I'm to the dreadful part where I have to actually wash the shelves. It's not going to be so bad. I'm going to take the liners off. I'm going to get a rag with soapy water and rub them down top and bottom of the shelf because things like drip on the wire to the bottom part of the wire, and I don't want to skip that part. I'm going to work my way from the top to the bottom. So like the top shelves, like I said, the top shelf with the stuff on it, I'm not going to move anything. I'm not bothered by it. I'm going to leave everything the way that it is. Today is not the day for that. I had a rough day yesterday and I don't want to push it today. Already this is like a huge project that I am regretting undertaking, but I know it needs to happen. So we're going to do the 4th shelf down, and then we will install this hook for this guy. And then I think I want to actually get the baseboards because I know they're dirty. I did not clean them when I cleaned the baseboards in the cleaning things I hate video because there was a bunch of stuff in the floor in here and I didn't do it. So I'm actually going to do that before I put anything back in here. It's fine. It's a small room. And also I want to clean like around behind the top of, like underneath around the little refrigerator. It's dusty, it's got dog hair. Yogi sleeps in here like this is her bedroom, so it looks like somebody already tried because it looks better than it did when I left. So it looks like somebody did something, but I'm gonna gently pull it out from the wall because it's actually stocked with like glass bottles. So I don't want to be really, you know, rambunctious with it, but I'm gonna kind of pull it away from the wall, vacuum behind it, underneath it, clean the baseboards, tuck it back in. Also, there's like stuff on the wall back here where the trash can usually is. So I'll wipe that down. This is the door to our media cabinet, which is back here. And this is a hideous mess, but we took the door off because the AT&T fiber internet modem router box thingy was overheating, hence the fan. So we took the door off. We're gonna have to find a place to put it because we're not gonna put it back on there. Anyway, that's where I'm at. So now it's time to actually begin the cleaning. I'm gonna go ahead and start by taking these shelf liners off, and then we will start rubbing down the shelves. Yay. Really though, I'm really excited to do this. I think it's gonna be really nice when it's done. It's just like the doing it part that stinks, but it's not so bad. I can do it, I can handle it. Alright everybody, 3:39 p.m. and I've just finished cleaning off the shelves. Oh my. That water is filthy. It's disgusting. I moved the refrigerator out of the way, so I need to vacuum back there behind it. Brought the vacuum down. I'm also going to vacuum like in here and try to clean all of that out. I'm going to take that door out to the garage for now, and then I'm going to clean down baseboards, and then we can get started putting the shelf liner in and putting things back in the pantry. It's a slow process, but my goodness, did this need to be done. And I thought the light switches were humbling. This is icky. Okay, really quick before I vacuum, I did decide I'm gonna go ahead and get this mounted on the wall. I'm not gonna put the immersion blender in just yet, but since I'm gonna be drilling holes, I figure I'll make a mess and I might as well clean it all up all at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark the holes for this and then drill the holes with my 5/16 drill bit. I want to make sure everything's level. I'll put the anchors in and then I will screw this into the wall and make sure that it feels secure. Okie doke. We're all clean. Baseboards are clean, the floor is vacuumed, I've got the fridge back. I actually took some stuff out of the fridge just because we're not drinking right now. Like none of us. And we really don't need to have that much wine in here. I do like to have some like bubbles cooled in case of a special occasion. And we've got a couple of other things that like have to be refrigerated, so those are in there. And then we've got our immersion blender on the wall. Honestly, I love it here because it got rid of a cardboard box. It's going to be so much easier to use now because the box was big and cumbersome, and this is still big and cumbersome, but at least it's not in a box. So it will be ready and available whenever we're ready to use it. So I think it's time for me to put the shelf liners in. We're going to do shelf liner on this shelf all the way around, and we're going to do it on this shelf all the way around, which is different because we only had it here and here before, so we're going to have it all the way, and I think that's just going to make a difference. I don't know how big of a difference, but I'm hoping it will make, you know, a difference. Also, I had a thought. Those bowls, I'm going to move there. And then I think any extra like food storage containers are gonna go where that blue bowl is, or like that section of shelf there, if we keep them, because I'm sure there are some things that we could get rid of. So I'm really excited to put all this stuff back, and not just because it's scattered all over the kitchen, but because I think it's going to be really nice to have things organized and know what we have. I had a thought. I think these water bottles, they've been in the pantry and I always forget they're there. Since we have the new refrigerator, and since the new refrigerator has more space in it than the last one did, and we don't have everything, well, we don't have much in it, I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator. I'm gonna go put these in the drawer in the garage fridge, just because they'll be cold, and sometimes it's really nice to have cold bottled water. So really quick, I'm gonna go get rid of this. Anything I can get out of the pantry is ideal. Alright, we've got the shelf liners in. We went all the way around. We've got a little bit extra. I'm going to put it somewhere. I don't know if it'll stay there, but we're going to keep that. And Anthony has volunteered to help me, and I think we're getting ready to start putting things back in the pantry. I'm really excited about this. Now the challenging part is deciding what goes first. I think appliances first because I know where they're gonna go, and then we'll just kind of figure it out from there. Anthony was a huge help to me with this, but we're finally done. We've got everything back in. It's all clean and organized. This won't last very long, but you know, I kind of like having all the drink stuff on this one side. We've got our like water, powder, we've got hot chocolate, tea, coffee syrups. We've got like, these are other syrups. We also use these for coffee. Then we've got honey, jams, like pancake syrup, peanut butter, soup, and then we've got our canned vegetables, jarred vegetables. I think it all makes sense. I don't know. Are you going to be lost? Are you going to know where things are?
I think I can find everything, but I participate.
That's true.
I'm special.
But like, I think looking up here, we've got, I don't know, it feels like we've got more space. I didn't get rid of a whole lot of stuff because we had some stuff that was expired, but mostly I just consolidated things and made, you know, more space. But I'm pretty happy.
I'm pretty happy with it. I like it.
Yeah, me too. And honestly, it being cleaner feels incredible because it was filthy before.
I was telling her before you know it, there's going to be a whole new layer of dog on the floor, so.
He's not wrong. I know it won't take very long for more dog to be on the floor and on the baseboards, but it's done.
We could always use a third one.
A third dog?
Yeah.
No. Anyway, thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome.
And thank you guys for watching. We're going to do the kitchen next, I think.
Ooh.
I may start that tomorrow. We will see how I'm feeling. I might poop out on that or, decide to procrastinate on that and do something else instead.
Well, you're going to run tomorrow morning, which is your second day in a row, so maybe you'll be tired. We'll see.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Anyway, thank you. That's it for the pantry video. Thanks so much for watching. You guys will see us in another... You guys will see us in another one really soon.